Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one in the NFC, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
To about the 40-yard line.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This is 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll give him 4 yards there. And now it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. Quick slant to Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to have a Niners first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Room to maneuver at the 35. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 27-yard line. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. On the option left, it's Jones. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
Eddie Pinheiro on now. A 33-yarder from the left hash. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead.
Buccaneers.
Well, you're on the road. You get the ball first. Obviously, you wanted the touchdown, Charles, but still, to come in here and take the 3-0 lead has to feel pretty good.
I would agree with that totally, because you come in on the road, getting your offense established, making sure that they're settled in, going against the hostile crowd, because every crowd is hostile on the road. Yeah, you got to feel good about that. A nice little opening drive, come away with a field goal, and they feel good as they face the rest of this game.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 22. A first carry for Rachaad White. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
They go right back to White here on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big pickup up there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again, because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now 2nd and 3. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
First down, here's White. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Running the toss here to White. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Shepard will go in motion right. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19.
And this is exactly the kind of drive you're hoping for out of the gates. They're mixing the run and the pass well, keeping this defense off balance early. And they're on the march here with another first down.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. 19 yards for Rachaad White. And the Bucs have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. Play action's supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. And down he goes. A Buccaneers sack. Vita Vea gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
On 4th down, the Niners send out the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On the handoff, it's White. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 65 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Sometimes that's the danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Looking to put a drive together. Jones throwing to start the drive. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down, San Francisco, the pickup, 14 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back to throw now on first down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there and they end up making the play.
Back to throw. Jones. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Broken tackle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a first down coming up. Operating from the gun, Jones. A tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
Looked like a possible miscommunication there because that's a curl route, and he ends up throwing it high. Somehow they just didn't have the timing or understand what each one was doing.
2nd and 20. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Now a give to White. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll dump this one off here to White. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Mayfield. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. Well, it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And fights through 1 man. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a 1st down.
Throwing, Jones. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right? Your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Remember, that was fourth and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and fourth and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Jones. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers have regained the lead. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bucs ready to take over once again.
At their own 24-yard line.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 24. In motion goes the tight end. From the gun, Mayfield. He'll leave this one for White. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Mayfield down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man covers were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
They run straight ahead here with White, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
action now. Here's Mayfield. That's caught by Durham. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Mayfield keeps it himself. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Buying time to his left. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 79 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Jones. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time you had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now Mayfield. this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
That's multiple times now. He's tagged him with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
And this is Shepard on the catch. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing, Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here now, a 3rd and 20. Mayfield to throw it. And he's going to go down again. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half. 1 second, all that remains. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Final play of the half, Mayfield. There's a short one taken in by Otten. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the difference is 6 points as we get set to resume action here in this third quarter of play. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
A run to begin the second half with White. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 76 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Opting to run again here with White. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that detracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And a fast footwork by White. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Going with White here, toss left. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. On the toss, here's White. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
In motion left, Godwin. Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
A 56-yard attempt.
And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And the deficit will stay at 2 field goals. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
From just shy of midfield, Jones throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw, Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out come the Bucs now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Well, that one hurts. That wipes away what would have been a big play.
Well, you and I both know coaches aren't real big on silver linings. But at least that play call was a successful one. Now the focus offensively, that goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
They'll go up the middle with White. And a short pickup here as they're going to cross the 10 to the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Returning it is Moore. Just a net of 34 there, following a punt of 44 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Jones now throwing to start the drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. Jones. Robinson's got it. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
That's Bourne. Got it on the slant. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
3rd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. With a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Mayfield. Quick slant to Otten. And he works free. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cade Otten, 59 yards. And the Bucs are an extra point away from taking the lead. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Able to slither by. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers.
At their own 24-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The ball on the 32, it's 2nd and 2. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2 yards on the play.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. And some space here. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 33 and a first. Whether it's the toss or the pitch, you get him the ball outside the tackles on the edge. He's a tough man to bring down.
He certainly is, and it makes people wonder on the other side of the ball. Do I really want to deal with him when he gets a full head of steam? At the same time, he's also congratulating his tackle, tight end, wide receiver on that side. They gave him access to the corner and allowed him to build up that head of steam.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And now a fake on the jet sweep, and instead they'll give it to McCaffrey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. McCaffrey is in. Touchdown, 49ers. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1 yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
The 49ers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Mayfield. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's a gain of 8.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. First down, here's White. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Shepard goes in motion. Looking to throw. He'll get that out to the flat to White. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah.
Oh.
And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what, I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Here's Riley Dixon now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Here's Moore on the return. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 7. Throwing, Jones. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
And it's 3rd down.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
A big one coming for kicker Eddie Pinheiro. This to make it a 2-score game. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now a 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Into space at the 45. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Brings it in over the middle. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Mayfield now. He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions, and just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Now Mayfield. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's White. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And they'll run it here. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Certainly not what the offense wanted down here, going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, well, look who got involved. I mean, when you got a strong safety who can drop into the box, never needs an invitation to be one of those guys in run defense, does he? Wakes up every morning just a little bit ticked off.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Looking to put a drive together. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second down and 6 now. Now Jones. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
On the throwaway. It's third down and 6 yards to go.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones. Born along the sideline, he has it. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Mayfield to throw it. Gets through and now an opening. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Niners' 42-yard line.
To throw, Mayfield. Out to the right here to Shepard. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 49ers' 16-yard line.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Baker. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now 1st and goal. Now Mayfield. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with exactly a minute to play, here comes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long.